There's someone walking right past the window, just made eye contact with me. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about my project for 2024, which is going to be my embroidery journal. Last year for my year-long project, I crocheted a temperature blanket, which is basically just crochet a line every day to represent the temperature. I have lots of videos on that if you want to go check those out, but I'd never crocheted before and it was a really good way to just throw myself into it, be consistent with it, and essentially teach myself how to crochet really, really quickly. So we're kind of going on that theme this year. A craft that I've not really done much before that I really want to get better at and learn how to do is embroidery. So we're going to be doing an embroidery journal for 2024. Now, quick summary, what is an embroidery journal? Essentially, you do a little like doodle, little icon to represent your day every single day throughout the year. And I will show you how I've like split this up into all of the different segments. So you don't have to do like this, you can have like a completely blank slate and just do a random doodle, but I found this was a really good way for me to know sort of roughly how big each doodle needed to be to make sure I had space to do them all for the year. I split my hoop up into 12 different segments, one for each month, and I started with the red line and middle blue line, and then the green line and the lilac line, so splitting it up into quarters first, and then I knew that each quarter needed to have 2 more lines in between. If you wanted to do it properly, you could use a protractor, but I just eyeballed it and I think it turned out pretty good. I then labelled the month using the first 3 letters of the month. You could write the whole month out, but I thought this was just quicker and neater. And then finally, of course, I just put the year in the centre. Now, when I put this in TikTok Reels and Shorts form, so many people were so angry in the comments because these top months are obviously facing upwards and the bottom months are facing down. It's literally just so that when you look at it straight on, all of the writing is like the right way up when you look at it, but so many people were mad about that. You can do it the other way, it is totally up to you. It's just how I chose to do it. Now, in terms of like the colour order, I literally just went for a rainbow because I didn't know what to do, but some people have suggested a way that you could do it is kind of each month is kind of a colour scheme themed around that month, so almost the opposite of how I've done it. So you'd have the cooler colours in the winter months and the warmer colours in the summer months, but yeah, I just went for a rainbow. You could do all shades of the same colour if you have that much embroidery thread, go for that. And I've also seen some really cool ones where they try and keep the colour of the doodles in the same sort of colour scheme throughout the whole month, and you get some really cool effects when you do it like that. But for someone that's never embroidered before, that sounded a little bit too complicated and like you'd need a lot of different shades of thread, which I don't have just yet, but I probably will by the end of the year. Long story short, there's lots of different ways to do this. This is how I am doing it because I feel like it's the way that I can be most consistent and it looks pretty right from the get-go. I feel like staring at a completely blank sheet of fabric would be very intimidating, whereas at least when I've done it like this, I feel like I've kind of learned a little bit just in the setting it up, and then I have some guidance of where to go. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of everything that I think you would need to start a project like this, or sort of everything that I have bought to start a project like this, but please just remember, as I said, I've never embroidered before, so kind of take everything I say with a little pinch of salt. So firstly, most obvious thing is the hoop. I went with a 30cm hoop. I feel like the bigger it is, the easier it is, because as you'll see here, I have done a month already, not a month, a week, sorry. And you can see just how tiny the doodles are. So the bigger your hoop, the bigger your individual icons will be each month, and therefore the easier it will be for you to do them. In terms of the material, I googled and I think this material is called calico. Now, in all honesty, I bought like an embroidery starter kit genuinely like 2 years ago that came with like 5 different size hoops, a bunch of embroidery thread, needles, and then a bunch of this material. So that's what I'm using. It does seem to work really, really well, and I think it looks nice. So yeah, go with that. And on that, I would definitely recommend just going and getting one of those embroidery starter kit things, because they do just come with everything that you need in one go and you kind of don't really have to think about it. But if you did want to go out and get everything individually, one thing that's separate that I would definitely recommend getting is one of these sort of like organizer things. So this is just a plastic one. I got it in Hobbycraft. You could probably get it like Amazon, anywhere. I think lots of places do them. They also come with the little plastic things to put your thread on. But organising your thread like this is a must. One, because it looks so pretty. Ignore this, I need to get some more plastic things. It looks really cool. You can colour coordinate everything, and it takes up so much less space when they're around the little plastic things as opposed to like just individually. So of course you're going to need a bunch of different coloured threads. How many different ones you need is totally up to you. I went with loads because especially if you buy one of the kits on Amazon, you can get like 50 different threads for a £5, which I'm sure the thread is not very good quality, but I also feel like for a project like this, it doesn't really matter too much because like you're not wearing it or anything like that. And then you're just gonna need some of these like plasticky things to put your thread on. You can buy these anywhere. Quite often when you buy the thread, you'll get a couple with them. But for some reason, they never give you enough plasticky things to match the number of different coloured threads they give you, and I just don't understand that. So I bought a bunch more, and then I've wrapped all of my different threads around them and put them in this little box, and it looks so pretty and really satisfying. Of course, you will then need embroidery needles. I, for some reason, have 2 different sets. I have these ones like this in a pack like this, and these in this little jar. These are really good for storage because like you're not accidentally going to lose any of these needles anywhere. I'm like, oh, jar, it's really cute. And then you're also going to need one of these bad boys. I'm going to be totally honest with you, I have no idea what this is called, but you basically put it through the eye of the needle because the needles are really tiny, and then you can thread your thread through there, pull it back through, save yourself hours of squinting and pain trying to get the thread through the needle when it's so tiny. Again, these come in most of the like embroidery starter kits. And honestly, I would say that is all you need to do this. I think you could probably start this project off by spending literally less than £10 by getting one of those kits online. Maybe I'll see if I can find one and link it for you guys, one that I recommend. Although it will be one that I've not necessarily bought myself because I'm not going to be able to find the one that I bought 2 years ago. But yeah, I think that's kind of everything I needed to say on my embroidery journal and sort of the introduction to it. Obviously, if you want to see weekly updates, I'm going to be doing that across all of my short form content. So whether that's YouTube Shorts, TikTok or Instagram Reels, whatever you choose to look at the most, they will be updates on there for each week. Obviously, we have done week 1. I'm really late filming this video. I'm very aware of that. And I will say that it's definitely not too late to start one of these for 2024 if you want to. Like, I know we're a couple of weeks in, but all you got to do is think of one little icon for each day and put it on there. Or to be honest, you can start in February. Just do February to February. It doesn't really matter, does it? But yes, anyway, waffling on as usual. That is it for today's video. As I said, if you want to follow along, make sure to be checking out all of my short form content. And maybe I'll do like a 6-month update on here as well, just to go through all of the icons that we've done so far and maybe some of the stitches that I have learned along the way. But yes, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are going to try this out. If you are, definitely tag me in them because I love seeing them. I find them so cool to look at. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you were inspired, and I hope you will come back for the next video. As I said, I'm trying to do at least 2 videos every month throughout 2024. So yes, please come back because that will also motivate me to actually do that. But yes, anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.